Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com. Looking at Mr. Shifty for the Nintendo Switch. It's also available on Steam, I believe. So I could make something up and try to sound in depth or something along those lines. But this game is a lot like remember the scene from X2 with Nightcrawler in the White House? That's what this game is from a top-down perspective. So you press the B button to shift, if you will, Y to attack. You can shift up to 5 times. The 5 blue boxes in the bottom of the screen show how many times you can shift. There's a cool-off period, so once you shift it 5 times, it will replenish. It will replenish even if you've done it once. So there's a cooldown. Hit the A button to pick up various weapons. You can also press A to throw them. It just gives you a stronger attack, whereas some enemies might take 2 or 3 hits. A lot of enemies hit with a broom, they're pretty much done. And that meter above the boxes, when it fills up because of successful hits, you can kind of go into a bullet time mode. So that happens when it's weird because it's when a bullet grazes you. So when you almost lose, then you get that ability, unless you just flat out lose. It's interesting way of doing it, because you can't like trigger it. It's triggered by you almost getting hit. So Nix is somebody who talks you over a radio or what have you. Mr. Shifty is a silent protagonist, and the entire game takes place within this tower structure, Olympus Tower. And the antagonist is Chairman Stone, a lovely, hearty cherub of a man. Not really. I don't know. I guess he's evil, and you're there to stop him. So outside of just the enemies, you have laser grids to contest with. More laser grids to contest with. Oh, wait a minute. Go away. You have to do things like hack into panels and stuff like that in order to turn off lasers. Things like that. Plenty of red exploding barrels, because what would a good game be without exploding barrels? You gotta have exploding barrels. That hopefully you're not standing too close to. That was really close as well. So there's a lot of different types of enemies and weapons, and the enemies get a little trickier as you go on. Enemies with basic handguns, machine guns, shotguns, rocket launchers, flamethrowers. And sometimes there's statues and things within the level that you can destroy and then pick up a weapon, like the trident you saw, which is pretty cool. And then the metal pole gives you a lot more hits than the broom does. The broom will probably break after 3 or 4 hits, whereas the metal pole, you can probably get, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 good hits in before it becomes useless and you automatically drop it. So the color coding is important because the color tells you begin to recognize what enemies have what color, and you have an idea of how fast they shoot and what weapon they're going to be shooting at you. 2 very good things to know. There's also turret guns and rocket launcher turrets and things like that, and plenty of death. And of course, Chairman Stone, hating you and realizing what your abilities are, employs some measures to make what you're doing a little bit more difficult. Not difficult enough. Mr. Shifty has really strong hands. He could punch through glass, walls, all types of stuff. And yeah, he never really seems to hurt his hands punching other people. Good thing for us. Or him. And what can only be described as something right out of the Naked Gun school of pillows as a weapon. It extends to pretty much everything you can throw. But I found this scene to be funny, where you have all these cells with pillows in them, and you can take out enemies with flamethrowers with a pillow. So the game is fun. It's a very fun mechanic. I had a really good time playing it. That's the good part. And unfortunately, the not so good part is the fact that there's a lot of performance issues, a lot of hiccups and frame drops and things like that on the Nintendo Switch version, either in handheld mode or in TV mode. They didn't stop me from playing the game. I had 2 really bad crashes as well, so I'm hoping that they come out with some kind of a patch. But the hiccuping is pretty prevalent. It happens frequently. That's unfortunate. There's some really awesome gameplay in this thing, and in this game, especially with that shield. I really enjoyed having that shield. It was pretty dope. I guess the other thing is the repetition. I felt like you spent too much of the game in direct pursuit of the antagonist. Of course, in the entire thing, you're trying to pursue the antagonist, but it felt like the taunting and stuff happened way too early, which made it seem like the game was coming to a conclusion sooner than it did. So when the other hours happened, it felt like, wow, this game is too long, only because I felt like I had been pursuing and listening to the taunts of the antagonist for half the game. It's just too long. It felt like padding. But overall, I did enjoy Mr. Shifty, even with its repetitive nature and performance issues. And the latter, hopefully, can be remedied. Mechanic is great. Mechanic was very fun. Anyway, that's about it. Feel free to like, subscribe, click on one of these videos and watch those, and leave a comment, or like those as well, and share. Thanks for watching.